So recently I saw an ad from Apple where they were showing off one very interesting feature that I never really considered before. It was the ability to recharge your iPhone using your iPad. So I thought, why not make this video where we do it over the top and we turn the iPad Pro, the $1,000 iPad Pro, into a power bank. Yes, we're going to try to attempt this right here. So as you may know, the latest versions of the iPad Pros have a USB-C port, which is very awesome because you only need one cable to charge your computer, some phones, and your iPad. You can also transfer data all through this one little cable. So it's a really awesome thing to have and something I wish more devices had as well. So we're going to use the fact that the iPad has USB-C and try and charge our iPhone. So first off, we have our Apple Pencil. Of course, that charges through magnets on the top. So there you go. We got one device charging off the iPad right now. Next, we'll try to replicate what they did in the video. Right here, we've got a USB-C to Lightning cable. Fairly expensive, but that doesn't really matter right now. So we'll go ahead and plug our USB-C end into the iPad. We'll take our iPhone and plug that in over Lightning. And hey, sure enough, it starts charging. It even offers us the ability to import photos from our iPhone if we want. So that's actually a pretty cool feature they didn't show in the video. So now let's take a USB-C to USB-C cable and try to charge something else. How about a Pixel 3 XL? Plug it in, and sure enough, it starts charging right away, and it's actually working pretty nicely. Another fun fact is that if we go into the USB settings on the Pixel, it'll actually show us the options that we can use to sync data between the Pixel and the iPad. It sees it almost as a computer, so you can sync data between it and import footage and that sort of stuff. So it's actually a pretty cool feature. Next, let's try to see how many devices we can actually charge at once on this iPad. So right here, we've got a USB-C hub. So one end is the USB-C cable, and on the other end, we have a bunch of ports. HDMI and SD card slots are really awesome for the iPad Pro, and they work really nice with it as well. But right here, we've got the most important things, 2 USB ports. So let's go ahead and plug this into the iPad and see how many devices we can actually charge at once. So we'll go ahead and plug in a USB-C to USB-A cable, as well as a USB to Lightning cable. First, we'll go ahead and plug in the iPhone, and sure enough, that still starts charging. It didn't open up photos this time because I haven't unlocked the device, but it still does work. Next, we'll go ahead and plug in our Pixel, and nothing happens. The iPhone keeps charging, but the Pixel doesn't. So just for fun, we'll plug in the Pixel first, and sure enough, that does charge and even opens up photos. And then if we plug in the iPhone, that starts charging, but the Pixel stops charging. So you can see which device Apple favors, the iPhone obviously, but unfortunately that means we can only charge one device over USB at a time, but still not that bad because we're charging 2 devices, again the Apple Pencil and whatever device you have plugged into the USB-C port. So unfortunately our little experiment didn't quite work out how I hoped, but it's actually still pretty neat that you can do some of this stuff with the iPad Pro. Reverse charging was not something you could have done with Lightning before, and it's only been coming to devices recently with USB-C ports. So nevertheless, it's a really cool feature, and there you go. Unfortunately, a bad attempt at trying to turn the iPad Pro into the world's most expensive power bank. Either way, if you like this video, leave it a like and hit the subscribe button for more iPad videos. This is Mark with Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.